guys, before I start the video, I just wanted to say that my album is going to be coming out very soon. You can already pre-order it now. Just thought I'd say it to the people who maybe don't know yet. The pre-order link is in the description. It's going to be very exciting. It's my first one, so yeah. Now, let's move on. Today's video is a fun one. It's a video that you've participated in because I'm going to be reading assumptions about me, assumptions that you've made about me. I asked in a previous Instagram story all my followers to say anything that they assume about me, basically, and got some great replies. there's some pretty funny ones. So I'm going to be reading them out and reacting to them and responding to them. So let's start. You are fluent in French. Oui, je parle français couramment. I am fluent in French. The reason for that is that I am French originally, so it's a good thing that I can actually speak French. A lot of French people don't know I'm French, which is weird, but I think that's mainly because I hardly ever speak French. In my videos, I'm always speaking English, and I know I've gotten requests to speak French, but yeah, I've been living in England for so long now that I'm nearly more comfortable speaking English than French, although I probably shouldn't say that. You came from a musically inclined family. So that's not really true. I mean, both of my parents are not musicians and don't do anything in music at all. My dad's working in accounting, my mom's got a PhD in art history, so not into music at all. My grandmother used to be a violinist, although I never saw her play. She gave her the violin when she got married, so I've never seen her play the violin. So in a way, no, I'm not from a musically inclined family. You are actually super focused and practice quite a lot. Yes, that's true. I'm a really hard-working person, I've always been, and I'm also very focused. I actually find it hard to take time off generally. I feel guilty whenever I take time off, which I know is wrong, but I'm trying to work on that. And generally I like to be very organized. I, have plans during my day of everything I've got to do, literally minute by minute. And in practice as well, I've got practice plans, etc. And yeah, I've nearly always been like that, from a kind of my teenager years already. I was practicing a lot and had my schoolwork on the side, which required a lot of organization. So yeah, I guess that's a true one. You are very spontaneous. I think so, yeah. I think I am. I'm able to take decisions really spontaneously, and I like doing things out of the blue sometimes. So yeah, I think that's partially true, yeah. You sing while driving in your car. Right, so the thing about this is I don't drive. So I've never actually passed my driving license. But it is one of my resolutions for this year, 2022, to actually pass my driving license. And I'll let you know, I have signed myself up to a driving school. Okay, this sounds funny. You slept with a lot of teddy bears until the age of 19. Now you still have one. Okay, so I would say half true, because I never had a teddy bear. I've got a bunny, and I only had one. I've never had many. I've only had one. I do still have it. It's in my bed with me. Yeah. I don't know why. Why am I saying this to everyone? I don't know, but here you go. You love cats. Yeah. I think that's a given, really. Absolutely adore cats. You have a PhD. I don't. I've got a master's degree, but I really want a PhD actually, and I've said to myself that when I do get the time, I've just finished now my master's, so I'm in a way taking a break from studying and actually performing, and I'm recording my album, which has taken a lot of time, and so I'm busy with that. But I've said to myself, as soon as I've got a bit of a calmer time, then I really want to do a PhD, maybe later on in my life, when I've got a bit more experience and I really what I want to talk about, then yeah, PhD is on my list of things I want to do. You don't play video games. Well, yeah, in a way that's true. I don't play video games now anymore. I think I've not played video games for at least, 10 years. I as I said earlier, I don't take a lot of time off, and when I do, I try to avoid being on screens just because I'm already with my phone a lot with what I do. So I try and when I have time off, I usually prefer to read or to exercise or to spend time out with friends or things like that. So I don't play video games. I used to play video games when I was like from 10 to 14 was my video game time. I've got one here which is pretty interesting. Too much independency which leads to being all alone. I am independent, but I think it's a good thing. I don't think it leads to being alone though. I've got many people around me, people who I'm very close to, so I don't think it has anything to do with it, to be honest. But yes, I am independent and I'm very proud to be. That's what I kind of, strive for. Okay, so there's one that so many of you have mentioned it, and that is that I'm very shy. I'm a very shy person, very shy with new people. Now, do you know what? That is true in a way. I am like naturally rather shy. I'm not the kind of person who will be loud in a group of people or that's not me. And even when I meet people, I'm usually quite reserved. I think when it's in a professional environment, then it's different. Then I feel usually quite confident going to talk to people. But one thing that I've had to work on is actually speaking to camera, which is what I'm doing right now, and actually be confident speaking to camera. And even though I'm sure, as you can tell that I'm a shy person, being that shy person, I've had to train a lot in order to be confident speaking to you guys on camera. And I wanted to share actually, before we move on to the next assumption, that I've actually been taking classes for that. The class I've been taking and that's been very helpful is a class on Skillshare. Skillshare is actually the sponsor of today's video and an online learning platform which offer many classes around different subjects. Let it be design or photography or how to be successful on the internet. The class I've been taking to help me be comfortable speaking to you guys is called How to Speak Confidently on Camera, a guide for content creators by Nathaniel Drew. And the lesson I found the most helpful one is about how to loosen up in front of the camera. And I think if you look at old videos of me, like from a few years ago, you'll definitely be able to see the difference and hopefully the progress of how far I've come to actually become really comfortable speaking to you guys. That has had a lot to do with training and with getting the right advice. There's actually an offer going on right now, which is that the first 1,000 of my subscribers to press the link in the description will get 1 month of free premium Skillshare where you can try all the classes. And now let's go back to assumptions about me. This one is actually in French, but I've gotten that one quite a few times. So, tu n'aimes pas le heavy metal, or you don't like heavy metal rock music. So, that is kind of right. I wouldn't say I don't like it. I'd just say that it's not my go-to type of music that I'd, listen to on a daily basis. That doesn't mean I only listen to classical music, by the way. I really don't. I listen to all different kind of genres. I listen to jazz music, I listen to pop music, I listen to klezmer music, but I guess heavy metal, it's not too much my vibe. But then again, I think I'm a very open-minded person and I love discovering new styles of music. And recently, I've got a friend who listens to rap music, and it's kind of starting to get me into that. So I think maybe I've just not been introduced to the right type of music from that genre that's not drawn me to it yet. But you never know. You had really good grades in school. I'm gonna sound like I'm like a pretentious person, but generally I had good grades. I worked really hard to get my good grades. Especially, my mum's always been quite strict about schoolwork, and we used to always do during the summer, work towards their academic program of the next year. So I was, always during my summer holidays working, and that did mean that I had pretty good grades. And then when I went to the UK, so I left France when I was 14, came to the UK to study in a music school there. And so I had to switch to English. I couldn't speak English when I first arrived, but then all the subjects were in English, all the academic exams were in English. So obviously it was a huge change, and I remember the first year being here in the UK, obviously my grades weren't very good. Like I had like a pass, kind of like 55% or something, and I was devastated, you know. And obviously everybody was like, it's good for a foreigner, like, you know, you don't speak English, it's not your first language, so that's good. But for me it wasn't really good enough. So went really hard, and the next year I had really good grades, which I was happy with. So yeah, that's for that. Anyway, you're more of a red wine person. Wrong. I don't mind red wine when it comes with a meal, or it's just like that one glass, but I'm not a huge fan of red wine. My favorite type of drink is rosé. Like, yeah, that I really like. And I think it'd go like rosé, white, red. That's the order. You never eat fast food or junk food. I wish that was true, but it isn't. No, I love junk food. I try to not eat it too much, just because I know it's not very healthy, but once in a while, at least once a week, I will order burger or something like that. Yeah. You have perfect pitch. I do have perfect pitch. It's not that helpful though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, it's nice that you can recognize the sound of the notes, but like, I sometimes struggles with chords, like knowing exactly what notes are in a chord. If you hadn't studied okay, if you hadn't studied violin, you would have been a runway model. So I'm guessing this is a joke. You know, when you know how tall I am, I definitely could have never been a runway model. But I'm guessing this is a joke, so, you know. Okay. That you're posh and only listen to classical music. I don't only listen to classical music, as I mentioned before. I don't think I'm posh either, but for the classical music, that's a definite no. I don't only listen to classical music. You're very choosy about what you eat. No, I'm actually super easy. I eat everything. I love food generally. You are very fussy with cleaning and order. Yeah, I do like order. I don't think I'm like extreme. I do like order. I don't like things kind of lying around for too long. Sometimes when I'm working, I'll have stuff kind of piling up, but then I like things to be clean and tidy. Homebody. You seem to like to be home often rather than always out and about. Not really. I mean, I enjoy my time home, but I love going out. I also do love going out. I love traveling, and that's part of like why I love doing what I do. I love playing in a concert or an event, and then, you know, I'll get to see a new country or a new city, meet new people, go out with them. I love doing that. Obviously, it's nice to then go back home and have some time by myself, like in my house. But I wouldn't say I prefer to be home. I think, especially after the 2 years that we've had, I think I've had enough of home. But yeah, a healthy mix of both is good. You love horror movies. No, I really don't. I cannot watch horror movies. I tried. I can't. I mean, I guess it depends which kind, but I really cannot cope with seeing violence on screen. And that's why I love horror movies, and just not for me. Like I'll have to like close my eyes and like do that in my ear whenever there's a violent scene in a movie, because I just don't wanna see it. I'm really sensitive about these things. So horror movies is not really my thing. Alright, just a few more and then we'll finish. What have we got here? You wake up to kittens lying on your face. That's partially true. Most of the time I do wake up with kittens lying on, if not on my face, like somewhere on my bed. Okay, one last one. I've gotten that one a lot, and I feel like the pressure is building for people to know about this. I don't know. So, you're single. No, I'm not single. I do keep my private life private, usually. That's just a personal choice. But I thought I'd reply to that one, as I've had quite a few people asking. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna finish on that. That was a fun one. That was a really fun one to do. I actually had a lot of fun reading all the assumptions. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos. Also, my album is coming out very soon, so you can already pre-order it. Yeah, that's about it. See you next time.